So here's just a little bit about me. I'm a first grade teacher in Northern California. If you're from California, we know that we're huge and we talk about if we're from Northern or Southern. I'm just about to start my 16th year of teaching, which seems a little bit crazy to me. I have spent all that time in the K-2 classroom, 10 years of that in first grade, and I did do a 5-year span in kindergarten, and I can just say, bless all of you that teach kindergarten. Back in the day when there was layoffs, I got moved to kindergarten. I thought, no big deal. You know, I've been teaching for 4 years. I totally had this down. Kindergarten can't be that different from first grade. I learned that very quickly on the first day with lots of tears, and kids don't know, like, well, what's calendar time? What's recess time? How do I sit in a chair? So bless all of you that teach kindergarten. I feel like my favorite grade is first grade. I've taught at 4 schools in 4 different grades with 7 different principals. And tons of kids. I've taught at Title I and non-Title I, and I would love to connect with you more later. If you want, you can find me on all social media as Flexible and First. This is my cute little family. This is my boyfriend Patrick and our son Taylor, who's not little anymore. He is almost 20 years old, which seems crazy to me. And the bottom picture, which I think is so funny, is his messy room. Well, he had to do his first semester of college from home. So we like to call that his dorm room, even though it's just his bedroom. But hopefully he's going to be going to on-site in September. So we're looking forward for that. So I'm going to talk a little bit of how I've been using Letters Alive and Alive Studios in my classroom. I've only been doing it for about a year, so I'm still somewhat new to it. And my goals for this year is to gather more hard data for my students so I can have that more solid, so I can show that. I'm also using ESGI to assess my students. And I saw a few questions that people were asking, like, is it a computer program? Is it an app? But you use it on your computer. You don't need a Promethean board or smart board. You just need to project it somehow on your screen. And then if you are doing the distance learning, and you can send videos and use it through there, but you are going to run it through your computer. So I've done it both in-person learning, which of course I think is everybody's favorite. But my district has decided that August and September, we will do distance learning. Actually, everybody in California, basically, because our numbers are just a little out of control. So I'm going to talk about more how I did it with the distance learning. I also have a video for you to see it actually in person. I know that this year when I start, my new first graders have been out of school since March. We left for spring break on March 6th, and then we started distance learning after our 2-week break. So I know that they are going to need tons and tons of letter and sound review. So I'm so excited. I'm also going to try a little bit of ABC boot camp from Mr. Greg, because I'm like, yay, I can finally do more of that, since I will really need to review my poor sweet babies. I don't know where everyone is. I also loved that for first grade, we practiced a lot of the phonics patterns like AR, AU, OO, and you can build words right in this program, which is amazing. One thing that I did to help keep the engagement was my helper of the day got to watch or pick a letter, and I'm going to show this in just a second so you guys know more what I'm talking about. They got to pick maybe letter T or letter A or letter F, and when you put the video card under, you get to show a real video of that animal in their habitat. And so that really kept my kids going because they wanted to pick that. And one thing I noticed when we tried distance learning is I was trying to teach lessons live, and that was really, really hard to keep the kids engaged and focused. So I thought, I'm gonna go grab my Alive Studios from my classroom. I brought that home, and I can tell you that the engagement was, it just went from 0 to 100 when I told them, oh, we're gonna do Alive Studios today, because my kids were ready, listening, engaged, and then I could get some real teaching done with them, because they were just not listening when I was trying to hold up other things. You know, they're doing this and no one's listening or going around. So I'm going to show you on the next slide right here. You can see this is actually at home. I set up a little classroom in my closet. I'm hoping to not do that this time. I'd rather be in my classroom teaching. But so this will show you a little bit of how I actually used the program at home during distance learning.
Everybody, I wanted to show you some of this augmented reality that I've been using in my classroom with the live studios. I also brought it home so that I can do it during some Zoom meetings with my kids, maybe record some lessons also. So basically what it is you have this cool mat here and then the program on your computer, and it turns to augmented reality. So when you place these cards down, you can see what happens on the screen. I love that you can hold it up and make it bigger for the kids to see. Okay, they also have this really cool video card. So anytime you have the video card down, so there's the video card, and we'll put the frog card down. It shows a real video of that animal. There's a seal one. Okay, and I teach first grade, so this is my favorite thing that we can do is building sentences. Duh. And then notice how when you put another word, it changes it to a capital. The horse can. And we can say walk. And he says, yes, I can walk. The horse can run. And he runs. The horse can fly. And he says no.
Okay, so that is something that I really loved. And let's see. There it goes. Okay.
Everybody, I
worked a lot in first grade on the sentence building for my kids. They come to me knowing how to build a sentence, but they always seem to forget capitals and periods. It seems to take almost the whole year, even in first grade. Like, we've got to do a capital. We have to do a period. And that's what I really loved when I used Letters Alive when I was building sentences, that it reinforces that for them. We can show them that when you first put down the word the, that it changes to a capital once you add the next word in. It had the punctuation. So that was really awesome. And my kids, of course, loved how you can change the color. Like if you notice over there, the bear is blue, and everybody wants to do the funny things, right? So they want to do the things the animals can't do. So fly or things like that. Another thing that if you put the eat card on, it shows what they eat, which is my favorite. So I really love that we could tie in science and writing with my first graders. I don't love to teach writing, so this got me excited. And when we're excited about something, then our kids get more excited. And I saw a huge growth in my students' writing when we tied in the Letters Alive and then science. It really helped them know, instead of, well, I don't have anything to write about. Well, everybody loves animals, and so they got to write about those. Okay, so this is the at-home learning that's totally free, and I plan to use this with my students through distance learning and also send it to my families as a resource for them. I haven't used the journals yet, but I will be using those next year, so I'm really excited for that as a component my kids can do at home that's not always on a screen. They have, a pencil and some paper to do some activities with it also. So these is a PDF that you can get for free, and on their YouTube channel is amazing. If you guys haven't watched their letter show, it is so adorable and so fun. Whenever I had my nieces or nephews over this summer, we watched some of these because I finally learned that you can bring up YouTube and stuff on your TV. You don't have to have it on your computer. It's like the most amazing thing. And everyone knows when you come to Auntie Beth's house, it's usually some type of educational thing that's probably going to happen. I'm sorry. I like to give toys and books for gifts, and I have things. So we did a lot of this at home. My youngest niece is actually going to be entering second grade next year, but she loved this. So even kids who are 7, 8 years old, they're still really into this. So I'm going to show you one of the videos that I love, the letter R. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but I'll show you the beginning and then show you how they also teach the letters. Okay, can you guys see the video now?
Yeah, I can.
Yes, okay, so here we go. This is for roosters and letter R.
Oh, hey, chickens. Hey, don't go anywhere. How are you? Oh, hey, zookeepers. Welcome to the Zoo Crew Alphabet Show. Today, we're going to learn about the letter R and roosters. Now, do you know what habitat I'm in? What do you think? Oh, hey, guess who I see? You're never going to believe it. I see Zookeeper Zach. Zookeeper Zach, come over here and say hi to the zookeepers.
Hello, zookeepers.
Isn't that great? We are so happy you're here.
Oh, I'm happy to see you.
Normally, you know, we're not in the same habitat because the zoo's so big.
I know.
I'm so glad we finally ran into each
I
other.
am too.
So I was just asking the zookeepers what habitat we're in.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, listen, by the way, I was trying to catch up with our friend Henry Horse,
yeah.
and he galloped off somewhere. But he told me to tell you, nay.
That's how he says, hey.
Horse for hey.
That's pretty good. Well, good.
What are you doing?
Well,
So you
I'm
can
just
see
checking
how
on it.
engaging this is right from the start, and then it goes into, I'm just going to fast forward it a little bit so you can see how Cynthia also shows everybody the letters and sounds.
Yeah, it's basically
Ready to meet
showing
him?
letters alive. Let's see Randy Rooster pop out. So I have my magic letter R card.
Woo!
Let's see.
So that's kind of just like how I was showing you how I used it. And those videos are amazing. I even sent it out this summer to families because, you know, everyone feels like we've been on summer break since March. And so I sent it out and a lot of my family was like, oh, that was so great. I could tell them if they wanted to watch TV or something, they could click on one of those and have a good time and learning. So that is pretty much how I've used it in my classroom, and I cannot wait to keep doing it. Even though we'll be doing distance learning, it works both ways, and I'm super excited.
Awesome. Thanks, Beth. All right, so let me share what Beth has been. What does she have there? So let's see. Okay, so on the left, same thing. There's a Letters Live Zookeeper, and she's using the free Zoo Crew alphabet show and the interactive alphabet chart. And I think, LA, you're going to drop in the link in chat. So if you go to that link in chat, you'll be able to see, if that's the Journals Alive page, you'll actually see the journals, you'll see the show, and a place to download this interactive alphabet chart, because basically it's a PDF that has 26 links to it. But, and believe me, you know, it's a great idea. I wish we came up with it, but actually teachers came up with this idea. And I absolutely love it. It makes it so easy to navigate.